Welcome back to Supers Live. This is the Super Modified Ultimate Pavement Racing Series, and what a wild and crazy show it was. I lost track of how many cautions there may have been out there, but Dave O, you were able to miss them all and pick up your fourth President's Day special win out there. Congratulations. How tough was it out there at Lee USA Speedway tonight?
Oh yeah, it was pretty tough. Um, just a long race, a lot of cautions, a lot of restarts, a lot of traffic. So had to manage the car and keep it clean and just try and survive it. I knew early on I kind of pulled away from Brad. I think I had a little better luck with traffic than him, and the way the cautions fell there, we had a few cars between us, so he wasn't really around till the second half or so. So at that point, I just kind of tried to ride and conserve some tire, and so leave some there for the end. Then that last, I don't know if it was two or one or two restarts, we were top three. We're top three. Lined up 1, 2, 3. So I knew he was there, and I just kind of got in a little bit of a bad rhythm there, and Brad was able to get by me just because I was conservating, and I just lost it with how I was running the gear tonight. Then just kind of battled back him through traffic. We had a close call on one of the cars there, but we both went through that clean, and I think Brad definitely had you know more consistency there at the end. It's just if he could get by me. I knew I felt a tap or two when I'd mess up on the exit of 2 or 4, and I definitely left some room off 4 to send it because I assumed he would after I heard him kind of coming hot on 1 and 2 there on that last lap. But great race with him. Thanks to him for sponsoring this race again. Love the format with all the heats and all the pre-feature activities we have going on. I kind of wish it was a different track, but is what it is with him and the track pick. But yeah, just a good race overall.
Dave, quite the night for you here, picking up the win, and I believe it's your 13th win of the season. You've got more than the Currents points leader. You've missed a few shows. Will we see you next week for the Supers All Star Classic 200?
Yeah, I plan on showing up. I'd like to be able to start another Triple Crown run. That way I can tie Brad up with 2. Stop holding that over me. But it's a long race, lots of traffic, anything can happen, especially with the new tires and engine file we're running this year. So just have to be ready for that one. But I'll definitely try to make it.
Dave, before we let you go, we'd be remiss in not saying congratulations on winning in the 10th group, the 10th split there at the iRacing Daytona 500. Tell us a little bit about that race.
Oh yeah, that was a long race. I was in that race with Zach. We got in the same split, so I knew I had a kind of a drafting partner I could always fall back to, or depend on throughout the race. We started in the back, started from the pits as kind of our plan, keep the car clean. We worked our way up, and we didn't get to the front until lap 184 out of 200. We got to the front, and just some differing strategy there at the end with fuel being tight. We had some green-white checkers. I came in the first one. Zach stayed out. He had to come in the second green-white checker we had, and by that time, the few cars that did stay out had to come back to pit road, and I was the first one off pit road again. So I had the lead, and with the chaos that is Daytona, Zach was able to work his way through the draft in that last green-white checkered, and help push me across the line to a win there. So like I told him, if in one of those tracks, it's kind of a win for both cars when it's very drafting dependent, and it was just a fun race having the 200 laps with the strategy, green flag pit stops, all that. So that was definitely fun.
Well, congratulations, both you and Zach. A couple of super guys doing well in iRacing and the iRacing Daytona 500. And we'll look forward to seeing you next week at Star for the 14th annual Supers All Star Classic 200. And again, congratulations on a fine run and a challenging win here tonight for you, but a win nonetheless at the BMK Logistics President's Day Special at Lee USA Speedway. Hope you get to see a race out there at Lee, being you're a New Englander from Connecticut. We'd love to have you out there at that super modified racetrack.
definitely want to have to go check out if I'm in the area when they're running. But yeah, just gotta thank Brad again, BMK Logistics for sponsoring the event. First Finish Race Servers, Icing's on Top, Breeze Graphics, Sharebag Studios, um, any other super supporters I missed, and of course He Finder and the Mod Squad.
Davo, your winner, his third President's Day special win, now tied with Ray San Jr. But we're just without checking, we're going to say that that's the case for the most President's Day special wins. Driver of the TMS Wolfpack, number 11, Davo. Well, folks, it's been a rough winter for real super modified racing, and there's been a lot of drivers that we've lost. Most recently, well, not most recently, but within the last 7 to 10 days, we lost Shannon Groves, Canadian super modified racer out of Canada, as we said, in a Oswego Speedway competitor. Also ran a few ISMA races. We lost Shannon, and then of note for sure, super modified world really has been taking the hits lately, losing some of the originals and well-known competitors. One of the most recent losses was that of Art Bennett of Battle Creek, Michigan. I think if there ever was a man that could rightfully be called a pioneer of the super modified division, it was Art Bennett. You'll often hear people say, including myself, that without the Michigan drivers like Art Bennett, there wouldn't be no super modified racing in Oswego Speedway. Art showed up for the 1961 International Classic 200 at Oswego Speedway for the first time in his already storied career as a hot shoe in Michigan, and then driving his Carl Benke-owned ride, qualified on the front row, and then helped usher in the super modified division at Oswego by running the race over fellow Michigander and Indianapolis 500 champion Gordon Johncock. Art came back the next year and won the Oswego Speedway Championship. He was also a champion at Berlin Raceway, won many races at Galesburg, Kalamazoo, Jackson, and Grand Rapids Speedrome. Art was inducted into the Michigan Motorsports Hall of Fame in 1986. You can learn more about Art and see a great pictorial essay of Art Bennett on retrorockets.org. More close to home, finding out just prior to the start of tonight's events that lost a good friend, a beautiful human being, and a fine person all around, and Ray Stebbins, Washington. Ray passing away, and if the words kind, beautiful, fun, and caring could even begin to describe the man, super modified racer, the musician, that would be a shortcoming. He supported everything we did here at Supers, carried the Supers decal on his super modifieds as well as his midgets. He'll be greatly missed. Music you heard playing tonight throughout the broadcast was mostly written by Ray and his band, Oh Dark 30. We know that Ray's on that 2-seat limo right now, enjoying the ride. So Ray, rest in peace. We want to remind all of you, as we say, thanks to BMK Logistics, putting the show on tonight. This is just a game. Life is no game. You have a short amount of time to be here and spend it with your friends and your family. We hope that you will do that as often as you can. For all of us here at Supers, thanks again for joining us. Thanks to Kevin Timmons especially for all the hard work tonight. Broadcast booth, keeping things rolling. I'm Bob Gang. We're reminding all of you, until next week for the Supers All-Star Classic 200 at Star, keep it wing side up and wheels to the ground.
Someone you love, and if you're going through it, I say do it with someone you love. I've been around